Barbies and Kens. I just got ready for work and I wanted to come on and make this video, and I've been wanting to for a couple of days now and I didn't know how I wanted to word it, and then I was like, this is pointless, why am I even making this video? But you know what, this was a big thing in my life that happened and I feel like we should sit down and talk about my fuckboy, or more or less my friends with benefits. Now me, I've never was really open to doing friends with benefits until this kind of just like plop happened one day. Plop. And I hope my story is kind of a learning experience for you guys. So let's just jump into where I can like recollect this whole entire story to tell you it's a big story. So back 3 years ago when I was dating my ex-boyfriend, that summer, I really was into this guy, and I don't know, like he had a girlfriend, but whenever like we'd all go out or like go to parties and I'd get smashed, I'd be the stupid one being like, oh my god, who is that guy? And then my friend would be like, that's her boyfriend, like stop now, Gabby. And I'm like, okay, I need to stop. Eventually after me and him broke up, they shortly broke up, like I want to say a couple months after. They were together for like a year or two, so I was like, you know, that sucks, sorry for him, but like, I like him, I really like him. So I was like, cool, you know what, maybe this is my way to slide in the DM. I thought that's what the kids are saying. Anyways, so I did my thing and we were talking and stuff, and that whole like rest of that year we talked. And then came New Year's. Now I really am like trying to speed for this story to try to get to present tense, but came New Year's, okay? So New Year's came and I was seeing this guy at the time, and me and him were like on and off friends with benefits. Like we weren't talking about dating, it was nothing serious. It was just like in his head, I feel like it was we're friends with benefits, whatever, messing around. In the back of my head, I was like, I want something from this guy, and I went into it being like, I want a relationship. So I was seeing this other guy who was kind of giving me a relationship, kind of not. And the one night, I was like sobbing over a big scenario, which eventually, again, I will talk about. That's something on my channel I've never talked about, so maybe eventually I will. But I was just sobbing over something and I was really upset, and I went in the bathroom and he came in to the bathroom after me and he was like, are you okay? And I was like, I only remember slightly some of this. I was like, no, I'm a fuck up and blah, 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 and I was crying. And I just remember he like grabbed my face and kissed me. And it was like, that was kind of the beginnings of our fuckboy friends with benefits. Like literally that was like the spark, the beginning. Cause like we've never kissed or did anything. Like we would just hang out or like a little bit mess around, but it was nothing, like he's never done that. And I had butterflies and it was amazing. And we were making out, and then somebody like went to open the door, so we stopped. And the guy I was seeing at the time like came in and got me and like proceeded to like try to have sex with me and stuff. And apparently I was like half naked, he's trying to like rip my clothes off, and he was like so turned off by this, so he's like, you know, fuck you, peace out, left. I will never forgive myself for that, because yeah, I was super intoxicated. It never should have happened, and I felt so terrible. Like I felt awful. This shouldn't have happened. It was ridiculous, but it did, and I have to, you know, accept that and know that. So that whole scenario concept, whatever, scenario, I make your words today, happened, and I stopped seeing that guy who was kind of like a douchebag to me. And there was Dan, we're gonna call him Dan. Dan was still there, hanging around. And I think in between he might have dated somebody too. But after that happened, like we were inseparable. Like a lot of the times we would be hanging out. We were eventually like definitely friends with benefits, and stuff was happening. And again, I think in the back of his mind, it was friends with benefits. In the back of my mind, it was I want a relationship. So let's get up to present tense. Now, he knew. For the last couple months, he knew I wanted a relationship. Like, even New Year's, because that New Year's went so bad, I spent New Year's with him just because I'm like, you know what? Like, it came to the point where I just did everything because I wanted to make him happy. And, like, I was like, I'll spend New Year's with him. It'll be great. Like, nothing weird will happen. And blah, blah, blah. And at first, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I really pushed along the concept, though, because I'm trying to see how I want to word this. We would have sex, and then afterwards he would roll over on his side of the bed, and I would go on my side of the bed and we'd fall asleep. I hated that. I just wanted to be cuddled. I just wanted to be like, oh, this is so nice. So eventually one day, like, I snapped. I was like, hey, like, this is what I want. I want to be cuddled. I want to be kissed. I want to be told I'm pretty. Like, this is what I want. I'm a fucking woman. And it changed. And from that forward, like, we would cuddle. Like, it was so nice. And he would have, like, little get-togethers, parties at his house, which were really fun. And, you know, I'd hang out with my friends and we'd drink and stuff, but I always looked forward to afterwards because I'd end up sleeping in his bed with him. And honestly, I know it sounds dirty, but it's not even the concept of, like, oh yeah, fucking and sleeping with him. It was the fact that, like, it was nice and I was content. I was sleeping with him. I was, like, hugging him. And, like, it was just nice. Like, I liked him. I liked him a lot. He was sending me Facebook messages the one day that, like, he was like, alright, hon, and, like, just seemed like he was coming on to me, like, he wants this, and then he was like, I think you're growing on me, and stuff like that. So I'm like, obviously, like, he wants this, like, he wants to be with me. It's just a matter of time. So a couple weeks ago, I slept over at his house, and I left in the morning, and then I went to volleyball at night. As you guys know, I go to volleyball, okay. So I went to volleyball, and it was, you know, whatever, volleyball, and where am I going with this? I was drinking, just not a lot, but, like, sometimes people would bring alcohol, so I drank a little bit. I wasn't driving, so I was like, whatever, I'm gonna drink. And he came up, and I knew something was, like, wrong with his hand. Like, he fucked it up the day before playing volleyball or whatever, basketball, and it was, like, all swollen and puffy in here. So I went up to him because he was sitting alone. Just listen to this concept, like, you really need to, like, sink this shit in. Plop. I went up to him and I'm like, hey, like, how are you feeling? Like, how's your hand? And he was like, oh, it's getting better. And I'm like, oh my god, like, it's still really swollen, blah, blah, just trying to make, like, conversation. And I was like, alright, well, I had really a lot of fun last night. And I, like, went to sit down with my friends, and I was actually sitting on a picnic table. So everyone's sitting around the picnic table, and he sat down in the end. So, like, as I'm sitting there just playing on my phone and stuff, and a little intoxicated, like I said, I'd be like, so, like, how, like, I would just try to, like, talk and make, you know, eye contact and talk to him. Like, we just had sex last night, so this shouldn't be too hard for you to fucking do. And I don't know, he was just being really weird. So then he, like, went down near the basketball court by himself. So I was like, you know, there's everybody playing volleyball. Some people are drunk. Some people are just, like, hanging out. I was like, I don't think it would be weird if I went down and, like, talked to him. Like, I feel like something's wrong. So I was like, hey, are you okay? Like, is everything all right with you? Because, like, I'm just that type of person. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm interested or not. Like, if something's wrong and I want to know if you're okay, I'm going to go ask you, are you okay? And that's what I did. And he was like, can you stop being clingy? Like, you're not my girlfriend. And I was just like, honestly, I can't even think about it because I'm, like, tearing up. My heart, like, it broke. Like, it literally snapped in half. And I was like, oh, yeah, I know that. I was just seeing if you were okay. And I was getting the way I am now. And I, like, had I had Lizzie. You guys know Lizzie. I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. So I walked down. And then my other friend Joe, like, walked down too with me. And I was, like, a mess. I was sobbing. And I was just like, why? Like, why is this happening? Why? Like, why is he doing this? Like, he's one person one day and another, he's, like, another person. And I know he, like, we talked about dating in a relationship, and he's like, well, one day I want to date you, next day I don't. And I'm like, what the hell is that? Like, there's just so much stuff about him that, like, he doesn't like about me, or I don't like about him, but, like, we always, like, kind of, like, worked around it. Like, I shaved my head, he hated that, he, like, straight out said he didn't like it, and blah, blah, blah. And, like, it made me consider not doing it again, just because, like, he didn't like it. Which I'm probably gonna do it again, but still, it's just, like, little things that, like, I let him control, and I don't like that. But getting back on track again, I'm, like, going off. We walked down to Lizzie's car, and it was getting close to, like, time when everybody was gonna be done. So I didn't know this at the time, so, like, I'm trying to, like, fix my makeup, and, like, I was really just crying it out. I feel like because I was drinking too, I was crying, but, like, I really just needed to, like, cry it out because I wasn't expecting him to say that. And I don't know exactly what I said in the car because I was just, like, really crying, and, you know, I was upset. So everything was just pouring out of my mouth, and I don't even know if they could tell what I was saying, but it was the gist of, like, I really cared about him, and, like, I don't understand how this even, like, why he would even say that when he's saying one thing and another. Like, he just doesn't want to be with me, and I don't understand why. Like, I wasted all this time. Like, why doesn't he care about me? Like, what am I doing wrong? Just, like, stupid, you know, shit like that. And then Lizzie's like, you know, it's not your fault. Like, fuck him. Fuck him. And we would call him, like, his real name. We'd be like, douchebag. This person, but, like, douchebag Dan. He's douchebag, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, pretty much, I guess. I don't know. Like, I wasn't agreeing with it, but it was just, like, I was hurt. And so, yeah, that happened. He, like, a half an hour later, wrote a status on Facebook that was, like, really cool when people talk shit in front of me. And I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I was in the bathroom. I was in her car in a parking lot. So I called him up, and apparently he was sitting in his car listening to this whole scenario go down. Like, everybody, like, trash talk him. He just sat in his car and listened. You know what? That's really cool, but you couldn't come down. You couldn't come over to the car and pull me aside and at least, like, obviously you knew I was drinking, like, calm me down and be like, you know, it's okay, I'm sorry, but, like, this is, and just, like, talk to me. Like, if you're feeling a certain way, you should use your words and tell somebody and talk to them. And that's all I wish would have happened, but apparently he just felt like posting his business in our, kind of like our business, it's like our business on Facebook. And now he, like, hates Lizzie, which, I mean, Lizzie was defending me as my friend, but whatever, you hate Lizzie, okay, like, she doesn't fucking care. But, like, I kind of said to him that day, I was like, you know, I'm sorry, I just got really upset, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, it's okay, whatever. And I was like, all right. But, and I didn't say I wasn't going to see him anymore, but thinking about that and just, like, letting it sink in, it hurt so bad for him to just say something like that. Like, you're not my girlfriend, you're clingy, as I'm just trying to, like, talk to you. And I think everything that he's just been saying to me and happening just added up, and I exploded. So I contacted him the other day and told him that I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want to see him anymore. If you can't make me your girlfriend, then we shouldn't be having sex. And it sucks because I was so comfortable with him and I really liked him. But sometimes I think my little, like, food for thought is, if you're gonna have a friends with benefits relationship, going into it, if that person's like, well, this is what I want, in the back of your head you're like, I want a relationship from you, but you're like, no, this is what I want too, don't do it, because it's gonna end in 2-3 years of just, like, really liking a person and getting smashed on the ground. Like, I'm not saying everybody's will end like that, but, like, if somebody is going into something with that set mind, that's how it's gonna be. And I unfortunately didn't go into my situation like that. I went in a relationship, and honestly I still want a relationship with him. I still want to be with him, and that's my problem, and that's why I know this was unhealthy and it needed to be stopped. And I'm sorry this video was really long, I just kind of realized that, but, like, it was a very unhealthy thing we had going. Could it be healthy if we tried again? Yes. I don't think we should be having sex, and I think he should take me on fucking dates, and we should do things that couples do, because that's, I think, ultimately, like, I met somebody on Tinder and they were like, well, what are you looking for? Like, I think I'm just looking for hookups, but I'm like, I'm not saying no, like, I wouldn't date somebody or be in a relationship with them. And I'm like, yeah, friends with benefits. And in my head, I'm like, no, that's not what you want. And I get very, like, nervous and scared with dating, but, like, I think I know what I want. I want a relationship. I just don't know where it's coming from. And that's a whole different video, and that's very confusing, but yeah. If you guys liked this video, please thumbs it up and also subscribe to my So, my camera just died. I apologize, my camera just died, but if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos every single week, and thumbs it up if you've ever had a fuckboy, fuckgirl experience. Also, I've noticed lately, if you put my videos up to the highest quality they go, they look pretty nice. That was an attempt to wink, but they do look really nice, so you should do that before you go into one of my videos. Also, I am sending you all my positive vibes, all my positive energy, to have a great rest of your day. Follow me on social media if you want to catch up with me when I'm not making insane videos. And I love you guys, and I will talk to you all very, very soon.